And now to the south of the continent, where the constituency results in the recently held elections in Zimbabwe have started to trickle in after delays forced a second day of voting. Now, Zimbabweans voted for the president and lawmakers on Wednesday, with many expressing hope for change after years of economic hardship. Mnangagwa's re-election's bid comes after years of runaway inflation, steep currency depreciation, and soaring joblessness that has left many Zimbabweans dependent on US dollar remittances from relatives overseas. Meanwhile, the police detained 41 people and seized cell phones, laptops, and other electronic equipment during raids on 4 locations in Harare following a tip-off concerning of criminals' activities. Now, joining us on this news to give us an update is I will now take a slot regarding this shortly.
I hereby declare that I have, in accordance with the Electoral Act, Chapter 2.13, and the regulations made thereunder, ascertained the result of the poll for the said constituents, and that they have been given to. Let me go through the candidates here. The first candidate is Chamatoa Lovemore from ZANU-PF Party. Votes he got 9,227. The next candidate is Kadzimbe Petronella of UZA Party. She got 259 votes. The third candidate is Mushoriwa Edwin of Triple C, who got 16,453 votes. Mushoriwa Edwin of Triple C Party with 16,453 votes is the one that I therefore declare the said Mushoriwa Edwin this day to be duly elected member of National Assembly for the Zimbabwe constituency.
Now, joining us on the news to give an update on the elections in Zimbabwe is a journalist and media expert based in Harare, Blessed Mnangagwa. Good to have you join us, Blessed.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, can you give us an update as to the mood on ground now the results have started to trickle in?
Yes, thank you very much. The results have started trickling in. But there are a number of tribulations that have been going on and predictions that have been coming through. But at this moment, because of the laws of Zimbabwe, I'm not able to get into those predictions. But the mood is generally low here, and people have already started throwing accusations of rigging and manipulation of the vote.
Now, we have seen opposition claiming victory already. And on the other hand, the ZANU-PF is also claiming victory. Can we say it's too early for these claims? What are your takes on this?
So basically, for political parties to make these claims, it's not too early for them to do that, because remember, they already have the results of most, if not all, the polling stations. And if they had polling agents at every polling station, they already know the result, but they are not able to announce those results, because by law only the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission can do that. But also looking at the number of votes that have, the number of constituencies that already have been declared, people can actually, or political parties can actually make those predictions. We have election observers in this country, who is the Zimbabwe Election Support Network and the ERC, the Electoral Resource Center. These guys have experience in observing elections and in doing parallel tabulation. But unfortunately, police swarmed on the Zimbabwe Zimbabwe Election Support Network and on the ERC and arrested the 40 people who will be appearing in court today who were doing voter tabulation. And the police believe that this voter tabulation was a security threat. I don't know why they thought that, but this is perfectly legal in the Zimbabwe systems, but we're waiting to see what unfolds in court over these predictions.
Okay, let's talk about observers, Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, and also international observers. What's your perspective on how the election went?
So international observers are yet to give their statements, and we are expecting the first statement to come from SADC and AU observers just in an hour. They have put out a statement that they'll be reading. They'll be putting forward their preliminary statement. We expect the European Union to be doing the same in the next 4 hours, that is 2 p.m. Zimbabwean time. And we then also expect the last, but not the least, the Carter House, that has indicated that at 3 p.m. Zimbabwean time, they will be also issuing out their statement. So we're waiting for these statements. Everyone is waiting for these statements, especially given the fact that voting was shambolic in most polling stations in Harare and Bulawayo and Mutare. There were no ballot papers. People had to sit throughout the night at polling stations demanding for their right to vote. So we are looking forward to hear the observer's statement.
Well, thank you so much for your contribution. We'll keep in touch with you for updates as these results continue to unfold.